Here is the uncomfortable truth that nobody talks about. Your brain has been programmed since childhood to reject rest as if it were a personal failure. Think about it for a second. When you were 5 years old, adults constantly asked what you wanted to be when you grew up, never what kind of person you wanted to become or how you wanted to feel. The message was clear from day one. Your value equals your output. This cultural conditioning runs so deep that even when your body screams for a break, your mind immediately labels that need as weakness or laziness. The productivity culture we live in has successfully convinced millions of people that stopping equals losing, that resting means falling behind, and that taking time off is a luxury reserved only for those who have somehow earned it through excessive work. But here is what makes this truly insane. We apply this logic to ourselves while never expecting it from others. You would never look at a friend taking a nap and think they are worthless, yet you apply that exact standard to yourself every single day. The corporate world feeds this monster by celebrating burnout culture, glorifying the hustle, and making rest seem like something only unambitious people need. Social media amplifies this madness by showing you endless highlight reels of people apparently working 25 hours a day while looking flawless and happy. The result? You feel guilty for being human, for having biological needs, for requiring downtime to function properly. Your nervous system pays the price, your relationships suffer, and your mental health deteriorates while you chase an impossible standard that nobody actually achieves. But why does this guilt feel so powerful, almost physical? Because perfectionism has hijacked your internal validation system and turned it into a weapon against yourself. Perfectionism is not about having high standards. It is about setting impossible benchmarks that guarantee failure, then using that failure as proof that you need to work even harder. This creates a vicious cycle where rest becomes the enemy because it represents time not spent fixing your imagined inadequacies. Your brain has learned to associate stillness with vulnerability, as if the moment you stop moving, all your flaws become visible to the world. The modern pace of life reinforces this delusion by making constant activity feel normal and necessary. Notifications ping every 3 seconds, emails demand instant responses, and the entire system is designed to make you feel like stopping for even 10 minutes means you are irresponsible or uncommitted. What makes this particularly cruel is that your body does not care about your productivity goals. Your nervous system will eventually force you to stop, either through rest or through collapse. And collapse always costs more than rest would have. The anxiety, frustration, and sense of inadequacy that perfectionists experience during downtime actually prevent real recovery from happening. Your mind stays active, running worst-case scenarios, replaying mistakes, planning future tasks, essentially working without the productive output. This is not rest. It is torture disguised as a break. The impact on mental health is staggering. Anxiety disorders, depression, and burnout cases have skyrocketed precisely because people have internalized the belief that their worth depends on their productivity. You end up exhausted, emotionally drained, and somehow still feeling guilty for not doing enough. But here is the million-dollar question. What if everything you have been taught about rest is backwards? What if rest is not a reward for productivity, but the foundation that makes productivity possible? This shift in perspective changes everything, because it reframes rest from optional luxury to non-negotiable necessity. Recent years have shown a massive cultural awakening around mental health and self-care, with people finally questioning whether the hustle culture actually serves them or slowly destroys them. This change matters because it gives you permission to prioritize your well-being without feeling like you are betraying some unspoken social contract. Open conversations about mental health are dismantling the toxic belief that relaxation equals weakness, replacing it with the understanding that rest is intelligent self-management, not character failure. When you recognize that your body and mind need downtime to process information, consolidate memories, repair cells, regulate emotions, and maintain basic cognitive function, guilt starts losing its grip. The science backs this up completely. Your brain literally cannot function optimally without adequate rest, meaning that pushing through exhaustion makes you less effective, not more. Societies that value rest and work-life balance consistently show higher productivity, better health outcomes, and greater overall happiness. than cultures that glorify overwork. This proves that the guilt you feel about resting is culturally constructed, not biologically accurate. Your worth as a human being has absolutely nothing to do with how many tasks you complete or how busy you appear to others. Rest is your birthright, not something you need to earn through suffering. Taking breaks does not make you lazy, it makes you functional. Choosing to rest despite the guilt is an act of self-respect and intelligent life management. You deserve rest simply because you are alive, and no amount of cultural conditioning changes that fundamental truth. So the next time guilt creeps in when you take a break, remember this. You are not being lazy, you are being human, and that is exactly enough. Understanding that your guilt about resting comes from cultural programming, not personal failure, gives you the power to make different choices. You now know that rest is not your enemy, but your ally in building a sustainable, healthy, fulfilling life. This knowledge transforms guilt from a paralyzing force into a signal that you are breaking free from toxic patterns that never served you. If this video helped you see rest differently, consider subscribing to this channel because we create content that challenges the narratives keeping you stuck and offers practical wisdom for living better. Your presence here matters, and sharing this message helps others break free from the same guilt that has been holding them back. Thank you for investing your time here today, and remember, resting is not giving up, it is gearing up for what matters most.